Hello everyone, my name is Manaz, and in today's video I will review 6 simple poses to relieve back pain. So these 6 simple poses, the last one we'll end with is legs up on a chair. So if you have a chair, pull that nearby. If you don't have a chair, I'm using 4 blocks actually to elevate the legs at the end. But you want it to a good height, not too high, so that the legs are actually in a 90-degree angle. So we will end with that, but we are going to start with our cat-cow, which is a wonderful stretch for that back. So let's begin on hands and knees, tabletop position. Make sure the wrists are below the shoulders and your knees are below the hips, and do spread those fingers wide so you have stability. Start with a neutral spine, and then take your inhale breath and lift your head up, arching your spine. And as you exhale, you're going to round in and pull the belly in. Of course, the range of motion depends on the back strain. Again, inhale, you arch, you lift, you breathe in by the nose. Exhale, you round, you exhale, and you breathe out by the nose. So try to do this minimum 5 times. Inhale, you arch the spine, lifting the hips, lifting the head. Exhale, you round, make sure the belly is pulled in. Last 2, inhale. And exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Now try to keep this cat position, this rounded spine. Connect the big toes, take the knees wider, and press the hips back, moving into a gentle child's pose. You may need a pillow or a cushion underneath your head, and eventually you can rest your forehead and relax your spine here. Again, holding minimum of 3 to 5 breaths, breathing in by the nose, breathing out by the nose. Really important to make sure that the breath is always flowing. You're never holding your breath. Now from our child's pose, we're going to press the body back up into tabletop and move into pigeon. Pigeon is wonderful for hips. Anytime you have back strain, it is good to release the hips. So bring that right knee forward towards the right thumb. You can bring the lower leg towards the midline, and you can also place a block or a little lift underneath that right side hip. So you take that left leg back. You can position the hip on the block or even a blanket. If you have the mobility, you take the leg back and you bring the right side hip down. Now, holding upright, I do recommend for back pain, but if you prefer to go down on your forearms, laying the body down, holding whichever position you want to hold for at least a minimum of 5 breaths. So feeling this outer hip stretch, making sure not to feel any pain in the right knee. So you want to make sure that that right foot stays flexed if you do feel that pain in the knee. And then bringing the hands underneath the chest, press your body back into that tabletop position. Then switch sides, left knee comes forward, position the lower leg, flex the left foot so the knee is safe, and then take the right leg back. Again, you can put that block or a little lift under that left hip, a little support. Eventually hip can come to the ground, and again, you can stay upright. I do recommend upright. It just depends on what kind of back pain you're dealing with. Again, if you rather go down, you can bring the body down as well. Holding this for 3 to 5 breaths. And when you're ready to come out, hands underneath the chest. You're going to bring that right knee forward because we move into our camel pose. So you're going to stand on your knees, hip width distance. You can keep the tops of the feet down or curl the toes under. Placing your hands on your hips, you want to squeeze your hips. Make sure your hips stay directly over the knees, and you're going to lift the chest. Inhaling here, and as you exhale, you find the depth of your back bend and you hold. If you do not have neck pain, you relax the head. If you do have neck pain, you tuck the chin. But make sure your butt is squeezed and you hold again for 3 to 5 breaths. I know when there's back pain, we are very protective of doing back bends. This is actually really, really beneficial. You just do it to the degree that you can, and then very slowly, you're going to come out, sitting the hips down. Okay? All right, so from here, you're going to swing your legs around. We're going to move into a twist here. So go ahead and bend that right knee, positioning the right foot on the inside or outside of the knee. So sit up tall. You can sit on a blanket if it's really hard for you to sit tall. You can sit on a little lift, lengthen your spine, and you can hold your knee or wrap your arm around. Take your inhale and then bring the rib cage back, shoulder and the head. And again, you hold here 3 to 5 breaths. Twists are wonderful for a back strain or pain. You just do it to the degree that you can without feeling any sharpshooting pain. And then gently you untwist, switch out the legs. So left knee bends, you can hold the knee or wrap the arm, lengthen the spine, and then twist rib cage first, shoulder, and then your head turns. Again, hold 3 breaths, maybe 5 breaths, always breathing in and out by the nose. So you want to keep that nervous system nice and calm. And then gently you untwist. So if you have your chair, this is where you're going to pull it near you. You can also use a kind of a bed if it's a good height. But you do want those legs at a 90-degree angle. Now, we're going to lay on our back. So you may have to go on your side first and then lift the legs up. And you want to rest your lower legs on the chair. And you want the legs in a 90-degree angle. And rest your head on the floor. Now this I recommend holding for 5 minutes if you can, or even longer. So you allow the sacrum to sink into the floor. You allow the spine to relax, the arms, the legs. So try not to hold any tension, and even close your eyes and feel your breath. And try to relax every inch of your body. And just feel that breath moving the belly, maybe even the chest. And do try to really stay here. This is where a lot of the healing will happen for you. And once you've stayed here, minimum, I would say 8 to 10 breaths, even 5 minutes. Once you are done, then go ahead and lay on your side and stay on your side for a few more breaths. You can keep the eyes closed still. And then you press the body up and make sure to stay seated for at least a few more breaths. And of course, you can end with a meditation or just a little wish or a prayer. And it's a short sequence, 6 simple postures. I hope that you found this helpful for you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Namaste.